Hi, welcome to Formula Creative Studios. I am Lawrence Nkwocha. On this channel, we discuss productivity, creativity, consistency, and just topics that will help you stand out in your content creation, especially in video making, just to help you land so many opportunities that can come with your consistent work and just basically putting yourself out there. So if you're just coming to this channel for the first time, I would like you to give a thumbs up to this video and also hit the subscribe button as you put on the notification so that you can get to see our videos as we upload weekly. Today we're going to be discussing a very simple yet important topic. So before I go into the topic for today, think about this for a minute. What do you think is the most difficult type of content to create? Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. The most difficult content type to create, as so many other people will agree, is videos. Now that brings me into the topic for today, which is 3 reasons why people think that video making is difficult. Actually, it's not that difficult, but there are 3 reasons why people think that video making is difficult, and we're going to be looking at these reasons and also discussing on how you can be able to overcome those hurdles in your mind and also get into video creation. So without further ado, let's dive right in. The advent of streaming platforms like YouTube has clearly shown that video making process is not as difficult as so many people would think. Now, with very little gadgets, even as small as your mobile phone, you can be able to create very interesting content and also be able to edit it and also post it on different streaming platforms. You can be able to do your pre-production, your production and your post-production with very little or no stress at all. Technology has basically made video easy, and this is such a very interesting time to be alive. So I encourage you to take hold of this opportunity and be able to put out your talents, put out your message, and whatever it is that you have to offer the world. Video making is actually cheap. The pre-production, the production, and the post-production, especially if you are putting it out on streaming platforms like YouTube, the production process is cheap. But the problem usually comes with storytelling. It's not that the video making process is difficult in itself, but the storytelling is usually where the challenge comes from. I have a lot of friends that have very high value gadgets. I mean, these are very interesting cameras, interesting microphones, even interesting gimbals, and very interesting things that can help you create big content. But the problem usually comes with the storytelling. So you hear them say things like, I don't really know what to say when I come on live. Now, in order for you to be able to get your message right and also give a very interesting story in your videos, you need to be able to make research. Now, your research is that you can go to this website and check out some very interesting questions that are being asked in your industry and create very simple content on them. I mean, content creation now doesn't need to be complex. You can make your content creation process as simple and as relatable as possible. This website actually offers you very interesting questions and perspective of different industries and how you can be able to get some very helpful materials from there to be able to create content. And of course, the Chat GPT, which is a very wonderful AI tool that has come to stay in recent times. So you can also leverage Chat GPT to be able to see some of the interesting questions and how you can be able to put yourself in those contents that the computer has been able to generate, and just create something that you can put out there so that your audience can see your brand as valuable. Number 2, it takes a lot of skill to be able to understand what is required for good production. It's not just enough for you to have a very high value camera or a high value mobile device that you would like to use for your video creation, or even a high value computer system. You need to understand what it takes to be able to make a good production. High value equipment are good, but a lot of people make very good viral videos even with the average gadgets that are not as big as you might even imagine. It's about understanding what it takes to make good production, and what it takes to make good production is skill. Yes, you need to be skilled in whatever it is that you do. And how do you grow skill? Skill cannot be grown in one day. Skill is grown through consistent practice. You need to consistently subject yourself to practice, and this is a daily thing. I mean, with the advent of technology, especially with our mobile devices, you can be able to record something every single day. You record, you look out for your lighting, you look out for your sound, there are a lot of very interesting tools online to clean up your sound, to even make your video quality look better. So I'll be dropping a number of websites where you could check out some of the very interesting AI applications that you can actually use to create your videos and make them look better. You have no other excuse about skill, because AI has been able to complement skills that would take you a very long time to learn. So now what is left for you is to be able to leverage these tools and create very high value content for your audience that are waiting to listen to your voice. Number 3, the third reason why people think that video making is difficult is because of video editing. Have you ever seen a video editor actually working? It looks like they are doing some form of magic, but if you've ever tried video editing, you know it's not that difficult. However, video editing is still a skill. Yes, it's not just about having a very good video editing software and knowing how to push buttons in order to be able to cut and create a sequence. It's much more than that. You need to understand the pacing, you need to understand the sequence arrangement, you need to understand even deadlines. Working on that tight deadlines. So if you've been able to schedule your content into a calendar and you have different times in which you promised yourself to post, then you need to be able to learn how to work on that very tight deadlines. And this is where your skill comes into play. And trust me, skill, like every other thing, is built over time. Nobody wakes up having 100% skill. You could start with a 10% skill, and as you continue to put in 1% every single day, you see as you continue to get better. So the idea about developing a skill in very important areas of production like video editing, which is post-production, you need to learn how to practice. Now it's about you understanding the footage you are supposed to get, the kind of B-rolls you're supposed to get. That's if you are actually recording your B-rolls, the kind of sound, the equipment that will be able to give you the ambient sound, the equipment that will be able to give you the actual sound of exactly what you're recording, how everything just comes to play, the lighting, the kind of story you want to tell, the appropriate music that you need to be your story, then how much you are supposed to have your jump cut or use transitions to replace them. So all this come to play when it comes to video editing. So you need to understand that video making is not that difficult, but you start seeing that your skill gets better, and trust me, it's a very rewarding process. It doesn't ever feel good in the moment. Even with my growing experience, I still find myself scared whenever I want to start some type of video project. So it's about practice. You need to continue to practice. You need to get used to your editing software, and trust me, they are very interesting softwares. I would always recommend CapCut because it is free with so many amazing tools and features that you can use to create almost anything. So you should leverage some of these very interesting tools. What a time to be alive. It's very interesting. If you talk to more experienced video editors and filmmakers, you see that back in the days, about 10 years ago or even 15 years ago, it was much more difficult to create content. But now we have very interesting gadgets, and we even have a very interesting platform like YouTube to be able to push our content and actually get the world to see what we have to offer. So you should use this opportunity in order to be able to create very interesting content that will be of value to people in your industry. I hope this video was valuable, and I would also like you to hit the like button if you've not done so, and don't forget to subscribe as you turn on your notifications. Until I come your way again, I remain Lawrence Nkwocha. This is Formula Creative Studios. Bye for now.